Friends, it's Cassidy here with Cassidy's Timeless Creations. I'm just going to forewarn you, I have my kids running around the house today, so this is, I might have to pause a few times to attend to them. Today I'm here to talk to you guys about mail tags. Jay Hart in my group, Scrapping Sisters, had asked me to post a tutorial of how I do my mail tags. Mail tags, a lot of people don't, like they do them, but I don't really know if they understand what they're used for. And mail tags, I will look up the definition, but it is basically a way to do like a pen pal. Let me just search what the definition is. All right. All right. So I'm looking at this site. It's called Papered Thoughts at blogspot.com. It says, mail tag refers to a game played via the post. It's a brilliant way to get to know someone. Avoiding the boring 20 questions, the game created by the talented Bianca Jagoe over at Goodnight Little Spoon has inspired many and interesting conversations with my pen friends. Whether you're requesting a secret, bucket list, or recipe, there's bound to be a fantastical story behind what people send you. There's something about putting pen to paper, revealing more intricate and quirky things about yourself that is almost healing. Get to know yourself while you find out more about someone else. So, and then it just goes on to say that a mail tag consists of an exchange of postal correspondence between two people. So that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about today. Sorry, I got kind of technical on there, but I really wanted to make that clear of what a mail tag was. All right, so I normally create my mail tags per project. I don't normally do them in bulk because I do like to customize per person. I do have a couple of here that I had made, can you see those? I had made these at one point to put in somebody else's, and then I changed the theme. So I kind of backed off on that. And I might have just sounded like I got far away, but that's because I went and grabbed something. All right. So I'm going to show you a couple of mail tags that I have put in my pen pals. So, go. So I put a mail tag in every single thing I send out. So most of the time it's in a flip book or a pocket letter because that is most of my swaps. I do junk journals, but I don't really include mail tags in a junk journal. I don't know why, I just don't. All right, so here is one of a book that I had made for a private swap. It's a St. Patrick's Day one. So then, where's my mail tag? Is this my mail tag? That's not my mail tag. Oh, did I not do one? I did not finish it. So I think this was I started it and I did not finish it. So I'll show you guys how I'm gonna finish this one. Good thing I caught that before I mailed it out. And then here I'm doing also Dr. Seuss birthday. These are going to the same person, so I'm actually only going to include one mail tag with this. And I'm going to stick it inside of her flip book. And again, I'll show you how I'm going to finish that. This is just an image that I printed off of the internet, so that's what I'm going to do. And then last but not least, I am doing a pocket letter for spring and Easter. So I'm going to create a mail tag today and show you guys my process from start to finish. I do have some tags that I pre-printed from the internet for Easter that I'm probably going to use on this one. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with this bunny. And I will show you guys a creative mail tag as well that isn't pre-printed like this. So I am a big fan of punching corners just because I think it makes it look more, I don't know if professional is the word. Oh, I can't use this one, it's torn. All right, well, we're going to redo that, and then I'm going to use the flowers. My kids got into these one day, and my daughter ripped a couple of them up. I was not happy about that. All right, so this is one that I just printed off the internet. I am going to embellish it a little bit so that I'm not just printing a piece of paper and sending it to somebody. I also have these ones that I started. I got married on St. Patrick's Day, so I plan on sending out an abundance of St. Patrick's Day tags this season, just because it is a very special time for me. I am Irish, and I want to do something special for this month with my tags, so I'm actually going to be posting these in a group for a private swap to swap out some of these tags. Alright, so let's begin. I'm going to start by showing you first my creative process on how I create my tags. And you can do something extremely simple, such as printing a picture and putting it on and writing your questions on the back. Or you can get a little more elaborate and add, you know, embellishments and stuff like that. All right, so you typically don't want to use a tag that's bigger than whatever you're putting it in. So like for my pocket letter, this tag is going to be too big. So I want to go smaller than that, which is going to be my flower one. See, that's going to fit in there just perfect. All right. Sorry, I am all over the place. For some reason, I just cannot seem to put my head together today. All right, so I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to show you guys my creative process on how I begin making my mail tags. All right, and I always put paper underneath because I like to save my paper, and this is one way that I use my paper is this is kind of one way that I do my jelly printing. It's not with a jelly plate, but it does the trick. So yesterday my kids made these amazingly beautiful shaving cream marbled papers with food coloring and shaving cream. So I'm actually going to use some of these on this mail tag because I think that would look really cute. And this one is my favorite. This is one that my daughter did. My daughter's 2, and that, I mean, it doesn't take a brain scientist to do this, but this was really fun, and I love the way that turned out. All right, so I am going to find my pen, one that actually works, and I'm going to figure out what part I actually want on my tag, and I think I'm going to go right here. And so I'm going to draw my circle. And you can hand draw, hand paint your tags if you want. You can do whatever you want. Today, this is what I'm going to do because I really want to use these marbled papers because I think they're so cute. Oh, sorry, my eye itches. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and cut out. Mind you guys, I have just this extremely small space to work. I will show you the gist of my space. So there's that pull-out area and then that much on my desk. That's the only areas that I have to work with. So if I seem scattered, that's why, because I try to do this the best I can with the space that I have. And now my camera's going to be stupid and it's not going to do what I want it to do. All right. Sweet. All right. So now I'm going to cut out my tag here. What did I do with the other tag? And I think these marbled ones are going to make a really cute kind of spring mail tag because these colors are just beautiful. I used some pastel watercolor, food coloring on these, and oh, they just turned out beautiful. I love them. Alright. And then you're going to punch your hole. And then you're going to put it on your tag if this is the route that you choose to go. I don't like that hole. I'm going to have to change that. And you can use whatever you want to hold your, like for your adhesive. Today I am just going to use my tape gun because, no, I lied. Use my glue stick. And this is another reason why I always keep a paper underneath. I don't want my surface getting sticky underneath, because then if there's any like paint or anything on that surface, whatever it is going to pull up onto your paper. So that's another reason why I always grab a fresh piece of paper to create on. Alright, so we have our paper glued down, and as you can see there's some excess on the ends. I'm just going to go ahead and trim all of that off. Like so. And like I said earlier, I'm going to change the hole. And that squeaking you guys hear is my desk. It needs some like WD-40 or something. Alright, so there we go. That's a better hole. I like that better. I didn't trim the bottom good enough. Alright. So then your options after you have your background, you can do so many things. You can just write directly on it. You can decorate the front. You can do whatever you want. Considering that I'm going to be using this as kind of a spring one, I'm going to do, let's see. And I think these puffy stickers are like the cutest thing in the entire world. Alright, and then you're always going to want to use some type of string or lace or whatever you want to use here. This time I'm just going to use some lace because I love lace and it looks so cute. Alright. Alright, and then I want to cut these to be the same length. So I'm just going to kind of snip that off. And then I'll save this lace for my next project that I do with it. Alright, so that's the beginning. Alright, and then on the front I always like to put the words mail tag. Some people will get tags, and if it doesn't say mail tag and it has questions on the back, then they're like, oh wait, what is this for? I don't get it. So today I think I'm going to use my clear stamps, and I'm going to, so you're just going to write mail tag on here. And for some reason, these cling stamps that I have, that I'm using right now, they're having issues sticking, and I don't understand why. And then I'm going to use, this is a really, really pretty stamp pad. It's the Color Splash Ombre ink pad from Recollections. It just came out in their new spring line, and this is so beautiful when you use it. It is so beautiful, and you'll see in a second. Alright, so we have the words mail here. And then I always kind of... Alright, I'm going to have to put you guys on hold just for 1 second. It sounds like my daughter woke up. I will be right back, and we will finish this. Okay. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so we're going to go back to doing our stamps. What's wrong, honey? Alright. Yours. T. A. And we're gonna do tag. So that's pretty much how I do the front of my mail tags. Very simple. Sometimes they're a little more elaborate. Alright, ladies, I'm back. Alright, so now we're on to the question part of our mail tag. I don't know how other people have done it, just because I have actually never received a mail tag. I've only ever sent them, and I've only ever gotten one response to them, hence the reason I'm doing this video, trying to just bring awareness to what they are. So I picked up these, they're called table topics. I picked these up at the Goodwill for, I think it was like $2. And you're supposed to leave them on your table, and then they're good conversation starters when you have guests over. So as I looked at them at the Goodwill, I'm like, Aiden. So when I looked at them at the Goodwill, I'm like, oh, well, if they can make good conversation in the home, they'd make wonderful conversation through the mail. So I picked them up, and this is what I've been using to come up with my questions. Otherwise, I come up with very generic questions. So I'm going to pick out, I personally do 3. And I don't know why, it's just kind of the magic number that I've always done.
For me too.
Okay, and I am going to pick out these 3 questions. So the first question is, would you rather have a good but strict teacher or a less talented but fun one? And as I write these, just so you guys don't have to watch me write, I'm going to answer them for you guys just to kind of give you an insight into my life. So the answer to this question, I would much rather have a strict teacher because then you're learning more. Aiden, please be quiet. Sorry. I would much rather have a strict teacher because then you're going to learn more. You're going to be pushed to go outside of your comfort zone to learn new things. Less talented, honestly, I don't really like that wording just because I don't feel like there's less talented anything out there, especially in the art world. I think that there's just different talents. So yeah, like I said, I think that there's just different talents. All right, and then our next question, I might only be able to fit 2 questions on here. What are the most important qualities you look for in friends? The answer to this question for me is so easy, just because I have been through friends, and the most important quality that I look for would be honesty and loyalty. I cannot stand it when I have friends that are my friend in my face, but then behind my back they're talking about me. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. I also don't like, I want a friend to put in just as much into the relationship as I am. So if I'm giving my 100, I expect them to do the same. I recently lost my best friend of 20 years because this wasn't happening, and it was a very hard decision on my part. But at that time in my life, I was evaluating my relationships and where I needed to go and what was healthy for me. And I came to the conclusion that that specific relationship was not good for me. So now, the last question we have, I'm going to try and fit it on here. It says, how is your personality like your mother's, and how is it like your father's? You see, this one's hard. I would say that I am a lot like my mother, and I have been told that a lot of times, such as like my laugh, my looks, the way I talk sometimes. Yeah, I'm a lot like my mom. And then, like my father, my temper is that of my father's, and I am not 100% okay with that. I do have a really bad temper, which I have been working on, and I have managed to somewhat manage it to where I'm not always yelling, and it took a long time to get there. So yeah, I'm a good mix of my mom and my dad. So that is how we do our mail tag. I don't decorate the back just because I don't want it to get in the way of doing any like being able to read the words and everything. Yes, I could decorate it to where it wouldn't, but I would rather just have the back side be the words, and then the front side is just going to be the decoration. So that's how I do my mail tag, my creative process from start to finish. I am going to do my mail tags for my Dr. Seuss book, and during this process I actually changed my mind, and I'm going to use this mail tag with my Easter pocket letter. This goes with here. So we're going to stick that. So basically all we're going to do, oh, it's not even going to fit in there. Well, it's going to be slightly larger, which is fine. Maybe we'll stick it at the top. See, the goal is to make your mail tags to where they actually fit in whatever project you're doing. And when I was doing this, I just really love this marble, and I thought it looked really good with the design of this. So it's going to be slightly larger. Alright, so that is basically all I do for my mail tags. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish up my other mail tags for my other projects, and then I will come back and I will show you my finished products on all of them, just so you can kind of see several different examples of what they look like. I will be back in a few. Alright, last but not least, ladies, I am going to show you the final result of my mail tags. So, again, I have these St. Patrick's Day ones that I have not put anything on the back, mostly because I want to find people to send them first to, and then go from there. I may just do a tag swap, or a mail tag swap. I haven't decided yet. So there's those. And then I'm going to show you how I put these into my projects as well so that people have a better understanding of where they go. You will see a lot of different things on YouTube, and that's basically where I learn most of mine, but this is just to show you kind of how it happens. So here's a project I did. Like I said, it's a St. Patrick's Day flip book, and instead of writing a mail tag on the actual tag here, I wrote it on the pocket that it's in. So then we have our tag that we pull out. On the back is all of our questions, and then the questions for her are: where do you find your inspiration? How long have you been doing art, and what got you into it? And then her favorite art supply. And I really hope that I hear back from these ladies, because I think this is like the fun part of doing these swaps, is getting a response back, not just the initial product, but getting to know the people that you're swapping with. I think that is so fun. So that will go out on Friday. And then again, this one that I already had done. What would you like to be famous for someday? What personality trait has got you in the most trouble? And what one talent would you like to have? So there's that one. I don't know what I will include that in some project at some time, but right now it's just going to sit in my lovely box of completed tags that, oh man, I keep moving my camera. I am so sorry, ladies. This is just not my day today. Alright, so then I have this lovely box of tags that are either partially completed. We got completed tags that I can just convert to a mail tag. Tags that I've gotten in swaps are also in here, like this I got from a swap. I got this lovely Mardi Gras tag from a swap. Aiden, I will help you in just a second, okay? So that's what's in this bucket, and I just keep all of my tags there as I create them or start them. Oh, come on. Alright. So then I have my Dr. Seuss one here that I will be sending out on Friday as well. We got our printed image. This is a very simple tag. On the back it says, what's your favorite family recipe? And if you are willing or able, can I have a copy? And then family traditions you love and hate. I only did 2 questions on this one because they're kind of extensive questions that are going to require a little more writing than the other questions that I've done. So, and then this is just the inside of the book. All right, and then we have again our spring pocket letter with the mail tag that I had slipped up here in the top. And my hands are butterfingers today, so hopefully I can get these all back in here. All right. So that is it, ladies. That's how I do my mail tags, and I hope that this was helpful to everyone, and I'm really excited to hopefully start getting some responses to my mail tags. Happy creating and have a wonderful day. Bye.